And let's get into the top stories here. I know you guys are bullish on Bitcoin, right? I'm bullish on Bitcoin. We all are. But are you $1.1 billion bullish on Bitcoin? Michael Saylor is. Michael Saylor, I should be more specific here. MicroStrategy announced they bought 18,300 new fresh Bitcoins, $1.11 billion worth. That is some conviction. That is some bullishness. Michael Saylor, all on his own, helping us get to that 13 million price prediction for Bitcoin. We're many years out from that, but he keeps that up. I think we're on our way. Now, I'll tell you what, that news, I think, is overshadowed by big news that dropped yesterday. I just got to say GG's to Rug Radio here for landing a big old interview. I'm talking here about Donald Trump's World Liberty, his new DeFi platform. Look, they've been teasing this for a while. We didn't get details. We didn't get an actual launch date for it until finally yesterday. Donald Trump's World Liberty does launch on Monday, September 16th. And the beautiful thing there is he's collaborating hand in hand with Rug Radio for this launch. So on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, you got to tune into their spaces. Maybe we'll stream it. I really want to join and just listen in. But Farouk, Rug Radio, hosting Donald Trump live from Mar-a-Lago, which is actually incredible. But the launch of the DeFi platform happening with Rug Radio. This is a milestone moment for this space. And for builders here who are native to this space, love to see it. Big milestone. I can't wait to see what it is, guys. Incredible stuff. Looking at the crypto markets, Bitcoin right now at 57K. I thought we were cooking more than that. Apparently not. We'll see how we go heading into rate cuts next week. We'll see. ETH at 2,300. Solana at 132. Kind of mixed bag here. Solana's down 1.8% in the past 24 hours. Both Bitcoin and ETH up just 0.2%. But again, I do think we're in this kind of a waiting period, if you will, until those rate cuts come. And maybe then we can finally cook. Taking a peek at the ETF, starting with Bitcoin, 39 million in inflows yesterday. So nice seeing us turn around there. On the Ethereum side, no such luck. 20.1 million in outflows. ETH only 1 day of inflows in the past week and a half here. So the Ethereum ETFs and Ethereum is in general just struggling here for how long? Unknown. We'll get back to you on that. The NFT market, finally some decent volume yesterday. Our best day of volume in over a week at this point. 11.2 million in cross-chain sales. Unique sellers up. Unique buyers down. Total transactions up. And trade profits still negative, although nothing like on Wednesday. Yesterday, 490,000 in the negative. And today, starting the day, 492,000 into the negative. Your top NFT collections move in this market. A brand new mint from Solana called Elite is your top collection this morning with 853,000 in sales. They're followed by the CryptoPunks, Sorare, Azuki, Dogezuki, Lux Marathoner on BNB, Guild of Guardian Heroes, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Lux Runner, and then Silver, also on BNB, rounds out your top 10. I'm just going to point out, especially for those of you who are watching, you see these three BNB collections. I have looked into the Lux Marathoner 2 collections here. I can't find any details. I can't find a marketplace. I can't find socials. I'm not convinced those are legit, and especially when you see their sales volume that they're having, 200 to 300, almost 400K in their respective collections, and only one transaction. Only one buyer seller, multiple transactions. Looking a little sus. We do need to look into that. Those might get blown away. I just don't want to be premature with that. I do want to then shout out Quantum Cat's Courtyard Fantasy Top, who are just below the top 10 doing volume. They may actually belong in that top 10. So got to give them their flowers there. Your top sale in the past 24 hours, you see an autoglyph at the top, guys. That's a loan over on Arcade. So really your top sale here is CryptoPunk 5643. That's selling for 37.99 ETH, which is $89,000. It's still punk season. You see the rest of the top 10. It's all CryptoPunks. Feeling good out there. I'll just say that. Now, are we back? You know, I'm looking at the Crypto Slam NFT index for that. And if we're going by that, no, we're not back. The value of the NFT market down 1.56% in the past 24 hours, down 0.69 in the past week, which not terrible, actually. That's so close to flipping green there. And the past 30 days down just over 5%. I mean, charts be damned, you know I'm saying it. I'm calling us back. I think we're back. I believe we're back. And it's new mints that show us. I'll point back to that Elite collection on Solana. You don't see new mints cooking on secondary in, let's call it the bear market. And I don't want to call this a bull market because we're certainly not that, but we certainly rounded a corner. And I really, really do think we're back. Hey, man, projects think we're back. They're building right now. They're building and they're really making us look good even outside of Web3 right now. The Claynosaurz dropping a really cool, kind of cryptic trailer yesterday, but the big takeaway here is they're partnering with a game studio called Gameloft. If you're not a gamer, Gameloft is massive, massive. These guys publish some big name games from some major brands here, guys. Carmen Sandiego, Disney Speedstorm. We're just going through their site right now, guys. Dragon Hunter 4, Disney Dreamlight Valley, Asphalt, cool racing game. Oregon Trail. I know you guys know that one, especially if you're a fellow boomer. Disney Getaway Blast. Guys, this is one of those big time major game studios. And we've got one of our own native Web3 brands, IPs, partnering with them. Something's happening here, guys. Something's changing. Love to see it. Just because we're on the gaming front, I don't think this is big news, but I definitely want to put it out there. Sugartown, now owned by D20, dropping a new poker game. It's called Royal Nuts Poker Club. This is going to be over on Base. We're such degens, man. We all like poker. We have poker nights in different communities. It's an interesting angle for them to go. It's an angle that makes a lot of sense. So rooting for these guys, honestly, after their parting ways with Zynga. Their own little, can we call them an indie studio? Whatever we call it. I dig it. I think they're heading in the right direction too. I'll tell you this, you see it on the screen now. I think nobody's heading in a better direction than maybe Azuki. These guys crushing it. This morning announcing that anime.com is live. The AnimeChain is also live on testnet. Incredible stuff. You can go to anime.com, join their waitlist, and you can actually mint some NFT stickers right now. I ran through the process. I'm going to go set up another account and actually mint some more. There is rarity. I got all common stickers, but I want to roll a couple more times, see if I can get something more rare. But go to the site, and actually in a moment, once we get through our news, we'll go back. Maybe we'll do that live because the experience is great. There's just a different level of professional that's in this space, and they certainly live in Azuki. I'm looking out for more details about anime, the anime blockchain, AnimeCoin, what Azuki's involvement is in that ecosystem. And there's also a lot of other anime collections. Zokyo, I'm trying to think of some others, but there's a lot of anime collections involved in this ecosystem. I even think Cyberkong's Genkai may have a footprint over there too. So love to see it. Can't wait to see what they're cooking. We will circle back to that. Do want to mention, if you love NFTs, you may want to get on this. Cosmo and Beeple teaming up to collect 100,000 signatures, guys. They're going to deliver these signatures right to the SEC. Demand that they keep our hands off our JPEGs. I love this. Okay. I struggle with the messaging, but I get the spirit of this. I like it. Jonathan Mann already going after the SEC, suing the SEC, trying to help get a definition for what is a security. Are NFTs all, just as a blanket, are they all securities? And a lot of this stems from the Wells notice served to OpenSea. Look, I didn't like the narrative after that Wells notice served. I don't know why. It just bugged me. I don't think the SEC was saying all NFTs are securities. I think they were just saying you got securities on your platform without getting into detail. So when we message things as, why are you calling our art securities? It doesn't resonate with me. I think it's not misleading. I don't want to make it sound malicious, but get those signatures on there. Let's just put some pressure back on those guys. Let's see where the chips fall here. It's still a good movement here. I'll be signing that, guys. Go sign that. If you need the link, I'll drop it in the comments here. I will say I like Andrew Steinwald's take on this, and I'm right here with him. NFTs are the ultimate contrarian asset right now. Almost universally, guys, you see this out there. Almost universally written off as a zero by collectors, by investors, by anybody out there. No, look at all the influencers out there who remove the word NFT from their name. And look, no problem at all. I'm not calling out NFT stats. I'm not calling out Legendary. I think he changed his name too. I get it. I get it. If you're trying to grow your brand, you want to expand beyond just NFTs, but take notice of the sentiment around NFTs and how many people declare it's dead. Truly feels like a bottom to me. It really does. And agree with Andrew here. NFTs will become one of the largest assets classes in the world. I think people still underestimating just how big they're going to get and why. Of course, we'll unravel that over time here, but my conviction certainly hasn't changed here. And those people building in this space, obviously it hasn't changed for them too. Magic Eden announcing that they're integrating Monad NFTs. Love to see that. The building continues even without maybe the regulations or guidelines that we need here. Now, I wonder at what point Magic Eden starts putting features directly in magiceden.io instead of US. I don't think that's the case here, but certainly something I'm going to be watching for. GG's to them. Lever Bet launching over on Monad. Monad's killing it, by the way. But a new sports betting platform over on Monad, again, called Lever. we'll have to do an episode that's dedicated to prediction markets and sports betting, just like this, because it's a sector that's absolutely going to cook, man, especially when you talk about product market fit. I think these guys have it too. It's Predict.fun and Fantasy Top, two of my favorite products of this cycle. These guys joining hands. And I'll just say, man, it is just such a perfect pairing. So betting already on your favorite influencer, but maybe there's a different level of betting you can do thanks to Predict.fun. So betting on outcomes, betting on specific influencers to maybe say certain things, hit certain milestones. There's a lot of synergy there. Love seeing that. I like Fantasy Top a lot, guys. If you're into it, actually, I'll say this, even if you're curious, there's a new Fantasy Top focus show. This is coming from, I'm not familiar with these guys, Silvasinger and Esrin. They have a new weekly show that's just focused on Fantasy Top. Worth taking a peek again if you're curious about that product. I think that thing has more legs than most people are assuming. So just suggest you pay attention to that. And I'll do my best to keep you updated too. All right, near the end here, we got to talk about fungible tokens before we round this off. Usher, guys, for real, Usher dropped a fungible token yesterday. This is looking like one of those classic Sahil hacks, or yeah, we'll just call it a hack. I don't know if it was Sahil, but it played out just like that. Usher's X account, I guess, tweeted out a contract address. Token pumps a bit, dumps almost right away. This got up to almost a $2 million market cap, jumped within 30 minutes down to 16K, as you would expect. But there is a real token launch that happened here. And now this happened last night. I missed it. I saw it this morning. I'll tell you this, I'm in. This is coming from Chart Fu, formerly of Magic Eden, now an advisor to the Magic Eden Foundation. But man, Chart Fu's been teasing this for a while. It's an obvious cooker. It is. So when I saw it this morning, $17, $18 million market cap. Again, 12 hours old already, but I believe this thing has legs. So I did get in. You see my position right here. I got in around a $17 million market cap. Right now at about 21 NFA, right? DYOR. Yeah, there we go. I tell you when I make trades. I'll tell you this. I think I tell you every time. Maybe I'll miss it, not intentionally, but I'll tell you when I make trades. I went live on Inside NFTs this morning just to give the channel update. But also, man, I wanted to give a heads up that I got in this position. I think there's something special here. What's the prediction? Maybe let's say 50 mil. A $50 million market cap, I think, is a pretty cool goal for this token. And I think I'll just say it's probably going to happen with the kind of mind share that Chartfu has, the kind of energy. You know, he reminds me of Kook or something. He's got an audience and they seem to follow. So anyway, you see the token already doing well. It's very early. I do think this one's going to cook. And I do think it's about to be meme coin season again. So again, do your own research, but check that token out. And at the very least, just being very clear with you guys. And then I want to end here. By the way, this isn't the end. We're going to keep chatting. And you guys are welcome to come up. But a shout out to Ronan the Collector. He's been working on a project here for a while. I truthfully didn't know much about it other than he was working on something. But I think they had their first big reveal this morning. It's called Tech Trials. Man, Ronan, I don't think I can do it justice if I were to explain what exactly it is. But a big, it's a really, I think, a sprawling storytelling kind of adventure. I don't know if NFTs come into play here. I don't know what the objective is. In fact, Ronan, you should come on the show maybe next week and talk about it. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I do want to put this on your radar. It's one of the good guys in the space. And I for the first time, I'm getting to see something he's building. So he's got my support. Want you guys to see it at the very least. But dive in. I dropped that link in the chat here. But yeah, Ronan, come on the show next week. There you go, guys. There's your update. I hope it feels very similar to what you're used to on Inside NFTs. But then this is where I say we're not done.